Welcome to Kids Recall. In today's video, we'll be going through the 2014 movie Son of Batman. It's time to recall. Let's get started. Turn on the subtitles and spoilers ahead. The movie begins at the headquarters of the League of Assassins. There we can see that the members of the League are training. Watching them from a balcony are Ra's al Ghul, Talia al Ghul, and a young boy, Damian Wayne. Damian is the son of Talia and Bruce Wayne. Talia is the daughter of Ra's al Ghul, so Ra's tells Damian that he will command the League of Assassins one day, and that all that he is witnessing in front of him is his inheritance. Talia stands with her brother, and he tells her that their father is ready to groom Damian for his succession, when suddenly they're attacked by a group of assassins that kill Talia's brother. Ra's tells Talia to keep Damian safe as he goes to fight with the attackers. He fights everyone he sees in front of him and kills most of them. As he enters a room, he's ambushed by too many people, but he defeats almost every one of them. This group of assassins is led by an old student of Ra's al Ghul's whose name is Slade Wilson, Deathstroke. Before Damian was born, Ra's considered Deathstroke to be his heir and the next leader of the League of Assassins. And as the fight goes on, many members of the League are killed. Talia is also seen fighting the attackers, and she kills a lot of them. The attackers are much better equipped and even have attack helicopters with them. As Deathstroke and Ra's al Ghul face each other for a showdown, Ra's asks him what made him attack the headquarters of the League. Deathstroke tells him that he is there to take what belongs to him, and they both start to fight. The fight continues. Ra's is a great warrior, and it will not be easy for Deathstroke to kill him in combat. Suddenly, while they're fighting, Deathstroke runs away and a helicopter shoots numerous missiles towards Ra's. This was all the plan of Deathstroke, to lure Ra's to a point where the helicopter can easily shoot a missile. Ra's is badly burned, but it's not dead yet. He is lying on the floor, seriously injured. Deathstroke comes and he's about to kill him with his sword. He's attacked by Damian. Damian's a good fighter, and he gives Deathstroke a tough time. After getting stabbed in the eye by Damian, Deathstroke escapes on a helicopter, pledging to come back soon. Meanwhile, Ra's al Ghul drags himself towards the Lazarus Pit, but as he gets near it, he dies. The Lazarus Pit is a mixture of chemicals coming straight from the core of the Earth's center. Anyone who enters the pit is healed. Their age expands, and the pit can even save a man from dying. Ra's was the first person to have found the pit. As Damian stands with his mother over the pit, he asks her to help Ra's. Talia tells him that he's already dead. His body is beyond repair, and they must leave him here and leave this place. Talia tells him that they must go to Gotham City, where Damian's father lives. Back at Gotham City, Killer Croc is stealing chemicals from a company, and Batman walks in. They start to fight, but Killer Croc is stronger than Batman and throws him out of the window of the building. As Croc is about to bite Batman, Talia attacks him from behind. The Croc falls to the ground unconscious. Talia offers Batman a drink, but Batman refuses. As the last time when she offered him a drink, she drugged him. He asks her what she wants from him, and she reveals that her father has died. She tells him all about the attack by Deathstroke at the headquarters. Then she introduces him to Damian and tells him that Damian is his son. This shocks Batman, and he refuses to accept him as his son. Batman realizes that Talia is telling the truth, and Damian is his son. Talia tells him that Deathstroke wants to kill Damian and her. It's better if Damian would stay with Batman, as he will be protected by his father. She leaves Damian with Batman and leaves to avenge her father. As Batman sees Damian, he informs his butler that they will have a guest at home, and then they drive home. The next scene takes us to a laboratory where we can see Dr. Langstrom working on some experiments. His daughter Rebecca comes into the lab to call him for dinner. He tells her to go as he'll eat later. Rebecca seems upset with her father as he's always busy with his work and he has no time for her. As she leaves, Dr. Langstrom realizes that he's a bit dizzy, and he decides to eat food first. As he leaves his lab, he's attacked by someone standing in the shadows of the hallway. Dr. Langstrom passes out, and as he wakes up, he realizes that he and his daughter are tied to their chairs at the dining table. There are some assassins present there, and they've taken him hostage. Deathstroke comes and tells the doctor that Ra's al Ghul is dead now, and he must work for him. He takes the doctor's daughter away from him and forces him to complete the experiment faster. Batman and Damian reach the Batcave, where Damian, after looking at the place, says that there is only one servant at this place. Batman tells Damian that Alfred is not a servant, he's a friend. Batman tells Alfred to take Damian to his room, and as they are going, Damian sees his suit of Robin, and Alfred tells him all about it. Alfred takes him to the room, and when he's finished with him, comes back to the Batcave, where Batman is watching the footage of the Lazarus Pit. He's looking at the footage of Ra's al Ghul reviving himself many times using the Lazarus Pit. Batman says that he can't believe that Ra's al Ghul, the commander of the League of Assassins, is dead. Batman finds it difficult to believe, and the next day Damian gets up early in the morning and starts practicing his fighting skills with Batman's grandfather's sword. Batman and Alfred notice that Damian is quite skilled. Deathstroke threatens Dr. Longstrom to kill his family if he does not get the experiment done quickly enough. Batman goes to his office as Alfred informs him that Damian is missing. As he enters his office, he sees that Damian is sitting in his chair. Damian is not only skilled, but he's also intelligent, as he tells Batman what issues are keeping the profits of the company to rise. Batman excuses his staff and asks Damian how he got access to his office room. Damian tells him that he's only here to tell him that Deathstroke has a deputy who lives near Gotham City. Damian wants them to find him so that they can get to Deathstroke and revenge his grandfather. Batman refuses and tells him they won't be killing anyone. Damian tells him that he hacked a computer at the Batcave and the computer was easy to hack. Batman sends him home and tells him to stay away from the computer at the Batcave. Talia al Ghul, on the other hand, is planning an attack on Deathstroke's house with the remaining League members. And as they attack his house, Deathstroke is already prepared, and instead he captures Talia. Back at the Arkham Asylum, Batman and Commissioner Gordon ask Killer Croc about the missing Dr. Langstrom. After investigating, Batman gets to Dr. Langstrom's location. As he enters the lab, he sees no one's there. Suddenly, he sees a weird creature that looks like a mix of a bat and a gorilla. The creature jumps towards Batman, and after a while, the building is attacked by a drone, which destroys the entire lab. Batman finds a star that belongs to the League of Assassins. As Ubu returns home with two women, he notices that his home has been breached. As he enters, he's attacked by Damian. They start to fight each other, and during the fighting, they move towards the main road. As Damian is about to finish Ubu, Dick Grayson, the Nightwing, comes and stops him. Before becoming the Nightwing, Dick Grayson was Robin. He captures Damian after a fight and informs Batman. He takes him to the Batcave, and at the cave, Damian is looking at Robin's outfit as Nightwing comes and tells him not to even think about it. Batman gives Damian the star he found at the lab and tells him that there is some kind of link between Ra's al Ghul and Deathstroke, which they need to find out. After Damian insists to help Batman figure out what's happening, Batman gives him Robin's suit and takes him to meet Commissioner Gordon. Gordon tells them about an abandoned stadium and tells them that Deathstroke might be hiding there with his assassins. They get to the stadium and avoid the security and get to where Dr. Langstrom is working. They try to ask the doctor about everything, but he refuses to tell them, as Deathstroke has his family. Robin gets impatient and attacks the doctor, throwing him out of the room. This attracts the security towards the room. As Batman and Damian beat the security and try to escape, they're attacked by a group of man-bats. They fight them off and defeat them. They then go to Dr. Langstrom, who tells them the plan of Deathstroke. He tells them that they are doing an experiment in which they are trying to combine the DNA of animals and humans to create an advanced mutation. Deathstroke is bringing people for the experiment, and he started the experiment a long time ago on the instructions of Ra's al Ghul. This experiment was named Operation Airstrike, and during this operation, they tried to create flight-capable assassins. The man-bats that attacked them early are also a part of the same experiment. Batman and Damian go to Deathstroke's house to save Dr. Langstrom's family, as the Doctor and Nightwing create an antidote for the man-bats. As Batman and Damian enter the huge house, they're attacked by security. Deathstroke sees Batman and Damian fight the security, and he goes to Talia, who is kept in a cell, tied with chains. He tells her that he now knows that the rumors of the romance between Batman and Talia were not just rumors. He asks her about the true identity of Batman, to which Talia does not respond at all. Batman and Damian finally reach the cell where Talia was held by Deathstroke. His men and Talia are long gone until then. They eventually find the Doctor's family in a cell, where the Doctor's daughter gives a phone call to Damian and tells him in his ear that Deathstroke told her to give this phone only to him, but Batman must not know about the phone. As Damian looks at the phone, a video starts in which he can see Deathstroke, and with him is Talia tied with chains. He tells Damian that he only has 48 hours to surrender, and he also reveals his location to him. Damian doesn't tell Batman about it, but eventually Batman figures it all out himself and doesn't tell Damian that he knows what's going on. Nightwing figures out the location of Deathstroke. He tells Batman that he is hiding in an oil rig next to the northwestern coast of Scotland. Nightwing and Dr. Langstrom are working on an antidote that will cure the Man-Bats and turn them back into humans. Damian is already on his way to save Talia without telling Batman. As Damian reaches the oil rig, he finds out that Deathstroke and Talia are in an underwater base. The base is filled with an entire army of Man-Bats, and the base also contains a Lazarus pit. As Damian is standing in front of the pit, Deathstroke comes with Talia. Both point guns at each other, and Deathstroke tells Damian that he's just a small boy and how easy it was to manipulate him to come there. He then tells Damian that he will sell the pit to the highest buyer, and that the only reason he's brought Damian to this place is to kill him. As Deathstroke is about to shoot Damian, Talia comes in front of the gun and the bullet hits her. Batman comes to the oil rig, and he uses sonar technology to bring all the Man-Bats to the underwater base. As they rush into the underwater base, it starts to get flooded by water. Watching this, Deathstroke tries to go away when Batman hits him with a punch. They start to fight when suddenly Batman sees Talia on the ground. He moves towards her and starts to take her towards the Lazarus pit to save her from dying. As Damian and Batman move towards the pit with Talia, they notice that Deathstroke is running away, and Damian picks up a sword and runs after him. Damian catches up to Deathstroke, and they start to fight. They fight for a long time, but in the end, Deathstroke is defeated, and Damian is standing there with a sword in his hand. As Damian is about to finish him, he realizes that Batman would never have killed him. No matter the rage and hate inside Damian, he lets Deathstroke live, as would have his father. Damian, Talia, and Batman leave the unconscious Deathstroke there, and they leave the underwater base. The Man-Bats start to get out of the base and fly over the oil rig. Dr. Langstrom and Nightwing were successful in making the antidote for curing Man-Bats. As the Man-Bats fly out of the base, they hit them with the antidote, curing them and turning them back into humans. The entire oil rig collapses, destroying the underwater base. After this, Batman, Damian, and Talia gather together, and Batman tells Talia that Damian should live with him. To which Talia tells them that all three of them could live together. She tries to convince Batman to live with them, and tells him that if the three of them are together, they will be invincible, and no one will ever be able to take them down. Batman refuses this idea, and he tells Talia to end the League of Assassins. Talia tells him that it's not easy to do that. She asks Damian if he wants to go with his mother or not, and he replies that he will do whatever his mother asks him to do. Talia agrees for Damian to stay with Batman in Gotham City, and she leaves with the members of the League to make the League what it once was. As she is leaving, she tells Damian that she will come back one day for her son. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on the notification, and leave a like to help the channel out. And thank you for watching.